Hello. Welcome to Productions MJC.
Hey, Sean, Long Island Audit. Just a heads up, you better not go anywhere near the Westbury post office. As a matter of fact, don't ever do any post offices anymore. None. Zippo. Because First Amendment audits aren't allowed. This is entertainment. You're, producing entertainment. You're not a news journalist. Technically, you may be a journalist. But People magazine workers are not news journalists. They are journalists. They do journalistic pieces, but it's for entertainment. And so is this. You're entertainment. So I would recommend you never go near a post office again, especially the Westbury post office there in Long Island. Well, specifically because I actually called them and went over Poster 7 with them, and they're fully aware of what they can do to you if you go near their post office. I would recommend that no one go near the Westbury post office in Long Island because they know that First Amendment auditing like this is entertainment. It's not covered under Poster 7. And the parts of Poster 7 that you don't read will bite you in the butt. So I recommend that you just keep your abusive bullying tactics and derogatory crap away from Westbury. I talked to one of the clerks. You don't know what power and authority the clerks have unless you feel like getting a federal charge against you. Then have at it. Party. Do whatever you want. But I would recommend that you just shut that yap and stay away from them. Now, don't get me wrong. I agree with First Amendment auditing. And I agree that these mayors and, government officials, they're a little full of themselves and everything. But you go about it the wrong way. All of you, especially post offices. You people should never be if you really knew what Poster 7 said, then you wouldn't dare go into a post office because the postal workers, if they knew what they could do, could run circles around you, have the cops there in a heartbeat. And while the cops aren't authorized to be on postal property, federal property like that, any authorized agent for the Postal Service can solicit the assistance from local police, and they can make an agreement to take care of the problem, which, of course, is First Amendment auditors that have become bullies. Now, some of them that just sit outside and want to catalog the people coming back and forth and the idiots that don't think they can be filmed in public, hey, fine. Do that. But once you start going inside the building, you're in violation of federal law 39 CFR 232.1. You don't think so. Because you listen to that idiot Amagansett Press from New York, like yourself, brazen New York smart aleck loudmouths that think they own the world. No. Amagansett found out when he got arrested, he found out what all of Poster 7 says. Yeah, he got in trouble. So he doesn't even look a post office's way. He just turns and runs away from post offices. Now he does travel videos. That's what he calls them, travel videos. And for the most part, he's okay. He talks people's ears off like I do, and that's fine. But the main problem that he's a little loudmouth and aggressive, but sometimes you have to be because some people don't pay attention to the world around them, and there's all these myths, and there should be Mythbusters on a Mythbuster series on stupid things that people think, like they have privacy in public and you can't film their license plates on their car because they're private. They're not. They're hanging out there for everybody to see. And the cops are the same way. The cops that want to arrest you for operating a camera near a bank, yet the Tesla rolls by, the bank has cameras pointed at the public and stuff like that. I agree. It's just all of the First Amendment auditors we used to like to watch have just become jerks, assholes, and bullies. Like this thing here, just sitting there bullying the cop and everything. My dad was a cop, and I don't agree with everything cops do, but my dad wasn't a bully like that. And I'm just telling you, these people are just such jerks and bullies that you've picked up on it and become a jerk and a bully yourself. You have become the bully that you say you hate. You bully people around. So does Impact Media, IIMPCT. He has become a flat-out obnoxious bully, and he grabbed this True North Transparency to assist him in becoming a bully. But now they're not only add to that, they're pathological liars, telling people that they have to gather their license plate and VIN number info for, selling to people in Baghdad. They're bullies. So it's a bullying thing that I don't know. I don't know if you can get over gravitating to being the bully that you started filming. Sure, you filmed a bunch of bullies, but you've picked up their habits. You become a complete asshole yourself. You're a super jerk. Just like Amagansett Press has become sort of that way. He's a little softer because he does talk nice to people. But mostly you're still going into government buildings where these pompous jerks think that they are the king of the world. Okay, great. You used to be a little more soft-spoken, but now you've become a bully yourself. You all gravitate to that. You pick up the bullying tactics that your bullies are exerting on you. So I would say back the crap off. Just dump the bullying stuff. I don't know if you can go back. You've picked up so many bad habits of bullying that it's just inevitable. You kind of get what you give back. But now you give back what you get. Pardon me. You kind of give what you get. And so you're starting to give it before they even give it to you. You're kind of doing a preemptive strike on these bullies by being a jerk and a bully and an ass yourself, which, except for like Jeff Gray, everybody, but even Jeff Gray's picked it up too. It happens. I watched the latest one where I was surprised because somebody said, well, why don't you just go over to and he said, well, why don't you just go over there? Why don't you just get out of my face, go over there? He was starting to give back a little. And normally he's like, no, thanks. I'll just stand right here because that's what I'm allowed to do. Thank you very much. Have a good day. But now he's even starting to say, you know what? Kiss my butt. I'm going to stand right here. You call the cop. He's starting to snap at people. It happens. You get around these total moronic idiots that think they own the world and think if they get a permit to operate a farmer's market that they own the world, and you just pick up their bullying crap. And that's what you've done. That's what everybody does. If I did this, I probably would do it too. It's just natural. You pick up the crap that's being dumped in your face. But final warning, do not go near the post office in Westbury, Long Island, or you'll get your butt handed to you. You'll have a couple more federal charges on you. And these will stick. Because what you did when you grew up watching Amagansett Press is you listened to his crap. And he was just spouting his gums, and now everybody thinks that anybody can hold a camera at the service counter area in a post office and they're a journalist and they can do it. No. That's not what Poster 7 says. Poster 7 doesn't say what you say it says. And it's not for postal workers. It's for everybody entering postal property. That's right. That Poster 7 is to tell the postal workers what they can do if they have people that are breaking the rules. And you're breaking the rules when you go there. Just by walking onto the property with a camera might not be considered a problem. However, anytime you go anywhere in the building, and yes, lobbies, foyers, auditoriums, that's only for news people. It's not for entertainment people, and it's not for the general public. And the service counter area is not mentioned, so you could never go there with a camera. They can operate their cameras all day. You can't. It's in the law. So I would recommend read Poster 7 and stay the crap away from Westbury Post Office, Sean.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day. This has been Productions MJC.